Don Jessup with Mastery Horsemanship. We're going to talk about how to pick up those feet. First, notice I've limited my distractions. I'm not in a grassy area where he can eat. I'm not surrounded by other horses or scary things. I'm in a dry pen ready to pick up his feet. You could tie your horse when you're working with their feet, especially if he's a good old horse. If he's not, if you don't know him that well, I prefer to leave them loose. That way, if he needs to move, he can, and I don't have to worry about getting kicked or getting caught up in a rope that's tied to a post. So, pretty simple. I'm going to show you how to walk around your horse and pick up their feet. This horse is ready for me to pick up his feet. He's calm, he's quiet. If he's dancing around, you got another thing to deal with. You should learn from my other video on how to teach a horse to stand still for anything, including picking up the feet. This guy's ready, so I'm ready to pick up his feet. Let me show you how I do it. Do you see this little, they call it a chestnut. It's on the inside of the horse's front leg. I'm gonna move him a little bit there. Do you see this old mark here? I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna actually reach down in here and touch that and just pinch it just a little bit. And there's not a horse on the planet that won't respond to that. They might put it right back down. They might resist, but they will feel it. Better, it's a little bit easier for me to do that than to try to pick up by well, he'll do it for anything now because he's so well trained. But when you just go grab the leg, sometimes the horse will plant their foot on the ground. If you pinch that little thing, it tickles a little bit, and they'll lift their leg up instinctively. See, watch this. Your horse can learn that too. Most horses do it very, very naturally. So that's how I pick up the front feet. That's how I get them to pick up the feet for me. Yeah, see, let's check out the other side here. I see he's not standing square, so I'll get him to square up a little bit here. There we go. I'm gonna reach around, pinch that little thing, and his foot should come right up. It takes a little training with some horses, but most horses do it instinctively. You just pinch that little thing, foot comes up. Now, of course, I need to grab it. Once it's up in the air, I'll grab it and I'll hold it. I like to leave my rope just hanging over here like this in case I need it in an emergency. If he was a good horse, I could tie him to a post. Since I don't know him that well, I'm gonna just hang on to this rope. I'm gonna pick up that foot, and here I've got my foot. Now you see a lot of farriers straddle and hold the foot like this. You can do that if you want, but since we're just cleaning the foot, here's what I'm gonna do. Take your hoof pick and make it real. Don't dig in there so hard. You can actually cut into your horse with one of these even though it's not sharp. So just come from the top here. Get in there, come from the bottom if you want to, and get all this dirt out, manure out. Work your way around this thing in the middle, which is called the frog. And I'm sort of just scraping all this extra stuff. If you have a pick with a brush on it, you can clean it all off with a brush. Just make sure it's all nice and clean. If you're gonna put shoes on, if you're gonna put boots on, if you just want to clean your horse, make sure there's no stones in there. Preparing for riding, that's pretty simple. You can do it too. See how I keep my body connected to his? I'm not just holding the foot. By holding my body against him, I can feel his emotions. I can tell if he's getting tense. Oh, that's good. I like when he lets me put the foot down. I don't like when he takes it. All right, I'm gonna work on this back foot here. There's a couple of really important things I want you to pay attention to here. Number one, this rope. I'm gonna pick up the hind feet. Watch the rope the whole time. Watch the rope. Watch the rope. Don't watch me, watch the rope. See how I manage that rope? You see how I manage that rope? See how it's long, but it's not like this. And it's not so short that it turns him. It's just right that if in an emergency I can turn, grab, pull his head, and his hind feet go far away from me. So watch that rope. Okay? Now as I slide back to pick up his hind feet, I'm touching him the whole time. People get injured because they go right to the leg. That's when the horse goes, hey, I didn't see that coming. But if you just slide your hand down all the way to that leg, you've got a pretty good chance of him lifting that leg for you. So here's what I want to show you how I do this. Just like the front feet, there's a spot on the hind feet. Right here. And if I pinch that kind of kneecap, that soft tissue around there, that skin, he's going to lift that foot. Now he might kick in the very first couple times you do that, so make sure you get him real used to being touched with other things. He picks up that foot, and I get a chance to hold the foot. I do that on both hind feet. Remember, hand, slide down all the way. He picks up that foot. I don't want you to come back here and try to pick up the foot this way, okay? I want you simply to slide down, stay your body in front of those hind feet. So if he does kick, you won't get kicked. And you can hold that hind foot just like that. Here, I keep this lead rope over my shoulder, keep it the right length if I need it in emergency, but not too tight. Come down in here, pick up this foot. Now this is a little trickier, but what I'm gonna do is slide this foot under. So he still can't kick me. If he kicked right now, he's not gonna get me. I'm gonna slide this foot under and then use my knee. I'm going slow here. It goes a lot faster than this in real life. I'll just show you how it works. Slide this foot under so I got my knee under there. Does that make sense? And then that gives me a chance to put my other knee under there. And I can come in here and work on that foot in the same way. Notice I've got my body up against him. So another way you can do it, if your horse is safe, take that foot like that. Just sort of cup your hand under there and just sort of walk it out like this. And he can hold it just a little bit. You're one-handed, so you don't have your other hand to sort of work if you're using a rasp or nippers, but you can certainly pick out your horse's feet this way. And it's pretty safe as long as your horse is calm and willing to stand still. And that is one of 1,000 ways you could do it. It's my favorite. What do you suggest?